Hi, and welcome to Certain Death for the King. I like how they have this image popping up as soon as you open the game up, and they're like, you really shouldn't be expecting to win in this game ever. By the way, this is a roguelike light. I understand. And also, it's an early access game, but I like it enough so that we play it. So, as you can see, this is for the King. And this is kind of a turn-based strategy, RPG, tactics, adventure, roguelike game. Not completely dissimilar to something like FTL, Faster Than Light. And it's based on runs, basically. And it's a very difficult game, too. So, you can see based on the lore store here, every single run will get you currency, which allows you to unlock certain things, for example, characters. Oh, what is this? And that's how you progress. Let's go ahead and get started. I played a little bit of this on the easiest difficulty, and it's still hard. And my understanding is that I'm going to play on Journeyman, which is kind of like the hard mode of FTL. But you'll be okay, right? Hey, I'm not expecting to win on the first go around at this. They even tell you that. So here's my party. There are multiple classes you can pick. For example, let's say use the middle guy here. His name's Tuna. I name all my characters after fish. You can pick Scholar, Minstrel, Blacksmith, and Hunter. These are the four classes you start with, but you get access to 5 more, which are unlockable by using the lore currency that you get. So let's configure ourselves here. Now what I will do is I am going to make Halibut a Scholar, turn Tuna into a Minstrel, and then finally I'll make Salmon a Hunter. So each class, of course, has its own different things, and I'll talk about them, once I get started in the game. So the goal is this. We will play the game until either I beat it or I agonize to the point where I am throwing my hands up in the air, or I run out of names for fishes. Put your bet on which happens first. Let's start. Good King Bronner has been slain. The once peaceful kingdom of Faru is... I'm tired of reading. You read this yourself. Basically, King's dead. All thing has gone to hell, and now we are the heroes. First, the wizard Vexor vanishes. Then my own husband was slain in his palace. You may be the last hope of Faru. Great. Your last hopes are a school of fish, shall we say. Don't worry, we're not gonna die. She tells us to go to Hildebrand. That's our first objective. So, this game is on a timer. You can see here. Everything you do in the overworld map takes up turns. And then at every beginning of every single turn, every turn is basically your 3 characters moving in succession based on the way that you arrange them. They roll movement points. That tells you how far you are able to get them to move. That's the idea. And I don't think you can change turn orders. The turn order you pick in the beginning is a turn order that will be affected the entire time. And also, once you go several points in this timeline, you hit this spot. This little big ominous looking skull there. That is the chaos timer. Now you can see three empty slots down here. When the chaos timer fills up, then you're in trouble. Let's hope we don't get there. And so let's start. Basically, I need to progress the plot, but also kill enemies so I can level up, get myself strong enough to handle more and more threats. So this is actually very nice. This is a sanctum, and you get plus 10 max health and plus 10 health generation when you eat it. But we don't want to do that quite yet. I actually want to see if I can kill some stuff first. But before I do that, here's what I need to do first. I have some money, 10 gold, 5 gold, and 3 gold. I am going to pool them together. Give it all to Halibut. Nope, yes. You'll see why I'm doing this for in a second. As long as your characters are within 1 tile of each other, then they can share all of their gold and equipment. If they're further away, then they cannot. Oh, it has a hermit grass. So now Halibut has 18 gold, and I'm going to click on Orton, and then buy the God's Beard, which basically is a healing herb. You can see it costs 9, so I can buy 2 of them. These will become very important soon enough. In town, you can always go to services and get in, which heals and also regenerates something called focus, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and various other options. You can also pick up quests, and quests are, I believe, every single town you can pick up a single quest, and it doesn't renew. So here's the thing. I can do various... Various quests gives me various things. So this is a gold quest. It gives me 30 gold, which does not seem like a whole lot. But in the beginning of the game, 30 gold is quite good, because this whole entire game goes through inflation very quickly. So 30 gold on turn 1 might be worth 300 gold on turn 20 or something. Well, maybe not that extreme, but the prices of everything ramps up pretty quickly. And this gives me party experience points. You can see the experience bar down here, 0.25. So 7 party experience points basically gives 7 experience points to every single person, which I don't want. And then you always have a reduced chaos quest. So if the chaos meter builds up, this is one way for you to get rid of one. But in this case, I actually want this glass rod. The glass items are kind of interesting. They do a lot more damage, and it's easier to get basically a full attack. But if you miss once, they break. Doesn't make any sense right now, but don't worry. I'm gonna take it. It's also pretty close. So I should be able to get that rod pretty soon. Halibut has the rod, by the way. So he has to be the one that delivers this, unless I share it with somebody else. Okay. Yes. Can I exit out of this? Oh no. Game, what has happened to you? I think I just hit a bug. Good job, game. What to do? Okay, let's save and exit. And then come back in, see if that solves any problems. Hey, it's us again. Not an auspicious start, but yep, it's fixed. Do I have the quest? I have the quest. I don't have a screen that I can not minimize. So here's what I want to do. In general, I want to go in this direction, but the hunter, no, this is a scholar. The scholar is let's see. The scholar is decently fast. So these guys down here are the speed at which they can move. And everything in this game is a dice roll based on these scores. So these scores down here are actually just percentages. If you roll any given die, if it's 70, that means you have a 70% chance of getting it correct. So that's the idea. So let's actually hit up this beastman here. I want to fight him. The raven's already on my ass. Go kill yourself. So the thing about the hunter is that he has high natural evasion. So that's the hunter. Hunter's over here. The hunter has high natural evasion, and they use weapons that are based on awareness. So that gets interesting. And the scholar is a magic user, so this is a magic attack. You can see magic attack is actually sometimes quite nice in the beginning because physical attacks are subjected to armor. So this guy has armor of 2, which means that every single attack you do, he actually takes 2 less damage. But he cannot resist magic. The way the damage is dealt is that every single attack, you have multiple rolls. So for example, if I use auto, I have 3 rolls. And the rolls are based on this icon, which here is talent. And of course, that's dependent on the weapon I'm using. So every single one of these rolls have a 78% chance, in my case, of succeeding. So if I succeed on all 3 of them, I do the full damage, which is 6. If I succeed on 2 of them, I do like 4. And if I succeed on 1, I do 2 damage. There are also other skills, for example, this one. This one does less damage, but it gives you an additional thing when you succeed. In this case, if you succeed on both, then you get him stunned, which means that he skips a turn. So now I don't need to do that. I'm just gonna... That's a mistake. I'm getting all these terrible rolls already. Alright, so he's gonna act soon, but I don't want him to hit me again. So what I will do is I am going to go do a snipe shot, because if I succeed on all 3 rolls here on the snipe shot, I ignore his armor, which is 2. Whereas this, you know what? Let's think about this. If I do 6 damage to him, he's dead. So I just need to be able to do 6 damage, which means I need to succeed on all 3 rolls. So to make this easier, you can use focus. You can see these little dots on top of their heads. If you use one, it automatically causes them to succeed on one of the rolls. So that increases the overall chance. Let's try this. Perfect. He's dead. And of course, this stuff doesn't regenerate. So you need to figure out how you want to use it. Wisely, anyway. Okay, so I have 7 gold. What I'm going to do is give all the gold to Salmon. You can pick which person you want to give the gold to, or any of the loot to, as long as they all participate in the combat. And the reason I'm going to give it all to Salmon is I'm hoping that he will get enough to buy the 3rd Godsbeard before he leaves. Oh, a shield. Too bad nobody in here can actually use a shield. But it'll be good to have one. Let's give it to Salmon too. Then I got a Hermit Grass. So I think that's a fairly productive combat roll, because we were able to kill a few of the guys and we got decent reward. Let's see where we want to go. In general, I need to make sure we keep our combat troops together, because if they separate, then you can only get 2 of them in combat, which is how you die. Okay, so he's done. I'm gonna end his turn. Now Tuna is starting to do her roll, and she rolled a 5, which means that she can move 5 turns, of course. Don't have the best. You know what? Let's do this. Wait. I want to take her to Woodsmoke. So let's see if I have anything we can sell. I have a tinder pouch, which allows you to regain focus. I'm gonna sell this tinder pouch. This is probably foolish, but I'm going to do it. And then I will ask Salmon. This is not very smart. How much is it? It's 2, and the shield is also 2. So I think he has enough now to actually buy a Godsbeard. Don't want to sell the Hermit, but I think the Hermit Grass is useful for me, because in case I need to sneak past something, I need to use it. The tinder pouch is very useful, but I feel like I never actually properly use it. Okay. +1 armor and 1 resistance. I don't know if I can get a weapon that he can use to be able to properly utilize the shield, so I'm gonna sell it. And then I will give the 2 gold to her, so she has 9. So she hasn't moved, which means that she will be able to go there and buy the last Godbeard. I have 0 money. Oh, I have 6. It's not that bad. I'm exaggerating. I'll leave. Slowly creep my way over. Okay, don't want any of this. You gotta be deliberate about what you do here. It's very important. Alright, so he's telling us to go to the Glittering Mines at some point. And I need to access that, which is actually perfect, because I'm right next to it. Cool. Let's visit the market again. Godsbeard here also costs 9, so I want to be able to actually buy all of those as well. Stocking up on healing items in the beginning I found to be very important. But we can also pick up another quest. What do we want? This gives me a spear, which is not great. The spear is a very common spear. I can get gold, 30 gold, or I can have something that reduces chaos. Excuse me. Kill the werebear. Kill the chaos acolytes. 3 party experience points. Oh my goodness. Delivery quests are easier, but this really is not a very good spear. Let's go do the bounty quest that allows us to reduce chaos when we need it. We're not gonna do this right away, but this will give us something to do if we are having some issues with managing chaos. Okay. It's also not very difficult. Well, not very far away. Could be difficult, who knows. And I think that's it. Her turn is done. She doesn't have any more. Well, she could actually heal herself, but I'm not gonna. Last man standing is Mr. Salmon. What will Salmon do? I can attack that Timberwolf, but only one of us will be in range. So this is an awareness base, which is actually great because Salmon is the awareness guy. So you can see the eyeball that pops up, which is corresponding to the awareness stat. So I'm going to have him go over there and investigate. So to activate this device, I need to roll 4 awareness checks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here are the outcomes. So I don't actually care too much about these, which one of these, they're exactly the same. I need to avoid this stuff, which actually right now is a little bit too high. So I'm going to put 1 focus point in there to make sure, that the odds are very, very low. Let's try it. Perfect. And from this, you can decide what you want to do. -1 Scourge. Scourge are basically mini-bosses that pops up on the timeline. We don't see any right now, but eventually they'll happen. If you do this, one of the mini-boss will disappear. That doesn't mean you can't fight them anymore. It's just that they are dormant. If you find their lair, then you can fight them on your own terms. So I like to actually reduce the Scourge. +1 life. Life is this thing. If one of your character dies, you lose 1 life in the life pool. And so doing this will regain 1 of this. And then finally, you can reduce the chaos, which I'm not anywhere near right now. So I'm going to take the Scourge out. And then we need to kill that dude in order to get us the key to open that. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna have to make my way over, because right now we're kind of split up and I don't like that. And so we're gonna try to move over this direction as a group. Sorry, getting a little sniffly. But how do I do that? He's gonna move next. So if he moves this direction, then we have 2 people here, but we don't have anybody here. It's kind of a tricky situation right now. Oh, that's great. +1 movement. That gives her a little bit extra movement, so that's good. Done. If you don't use up all your movement points, you can... Well, he actually ends up not getting very far. If you don't use up all your movement points, then what happens to you is that you heal the number of hit points based on how many movement points you preserved. But in the cases, I find that to be a bad idea because you're very limited on time. This is coming up very quickly. You need to be able to have actions to counteract all of these things. So not using your movement point wisely is a big mistake, I think. Do I want him? I actually don't want Halibut to take this thing. This is actually a nice buff. The reason I don't want him to take it is because he is fine. So, let's see. Can go down this way, but that's too far. I don't like any of that. I do want to fight something, because if we're not fighting anything, we're not gaining anything. And if we're not gaining anything, we're losing time. Okay, 1 unit. And I'm not going to bother with it, so he's just done. Oh, that's a lot of movement points. Unfortunately, she's not in range for this hero, because I think Halibut has that. Who has it? No, he has it. Does he? I can't tell. Who has it? Deliver the sealed scroll. Sealed scroll? Is it in my inventory? I don't see it. Huh. Curious. Maybe it's just there. maybe that whole thing got screwed up, so I can never finish this quest again. Well, let's find out. We'll get her to move out. Nope. She certainly doesn't have it. So I have no idea what happened there. Maybe that quest is completely broken. I think somebody has it. I don't... It's gotta be Halibut, because he's the first one to move. But he's not showing that he has it. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that was a waste of a turn, because I'm basically waiting for my other party members to catch up. So this... I feel like this run is already falling apart. Oh, hi. No, we can't attack. Attacking this Timberwolf will only be... makes 2 of us in range, but that's okay, I think. I'm gonna go for it. He's only a single one of them, so let's fight. And I'm gonna hope he attacks Salmon. He just drained my focus. That damn little... Show you! Okay, he's dead. Good job, everybody. No, not a whole lot of experience points to be speaking of, but that's okay. We'll take anything we can get. That may or may not be a mistake. That's fine. Let's go over here. Oh, nice day. Hi. Well, you know what? Since we're this far, might as well. So this is a permanent buff until he dies. And that gives him quite a bit of nice stuff. So he's pretty buffy right now. He also gets health regeneration every single turn, which is great. So this is actually one of the... I don't actually know if... I was going to say this is one of the better ones, but I have no idea if that's the case or not. And also, if he dies, he gets regenerated because of that. So it's all good. Alright. Not a great roll. That's okay. We're fighting. Oh, this is difficult. Everybody is within range, but that's okay. I actually wanted to fight all 3 at the same time. Alright, let's see. One of the beastmen is acting next. So I want to hit the one that's not acting next, but coming afterwards. Let's see. Which one is that? That'll be this one. And I want to make sure I can do enough damage to kill him. So let's see. Okay, so he needs one more hit of 6. That's no good, because now he's bleeding. This is what I want. And I'm going to make sure he hits it. Now, if he's bleeding, he takes damage after every complete turn. Okay. We're not going to be able to do anything to the wolf right now. So what I will do is actually try to see if I can daze him. Which means that he'll skip his next turn. The wolf will do whatever the wolf does. I must make it clear to you that on their side, they have not missed a single one yet. That is RNG for you. And he dodged it. We are not nearly as lucky. Let's go with killing the wolf. Or not killing the wolf. Gosh, this is all going poorly. I have to get rid of him. Alright, he's dead. He's taking damage right now. It's no good. Stay alive, Halibut. You're my last hope. No, he's fucking dead. Of course, he had double Gauss Grass, but that's okay. I'll take a death because they're close to each other. Oh, a nice spear. Plus 11. So this is... You know what? Let's go ahead and equip that spear on him instead of this bow. I don't like the bow because the bow damage is too low. It does give you evasion, but right now our party doesn't have damage. So we have to have some sort of damage here. Talent. So he's using mostly talent, or she, I guess, is mostly using talent. So this is nice to have for somebody. Okay. So that worked out okay. We got somebody killed, but whatever. He's the one that initiated combat anyway. So having him die at this point, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Question is, where are we going next? We can go to Stone Hero here as well. But it's a detour. I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like we should try to... Oh, we have another one. Interesting. Ambush immunity. So how do I get there? I think we have to go this way. Okay, let's start heading this way. I want that little statue. Let's move very carefully. He is doing fine. What to do? I want this, but I also want to go over there. I can't waste too much time. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, hi. I am rolling... What am I rolling? I'm rolling health. He has the highest health, vitality. So, if I want to get something, this is the best time for him to do it. Let's go ahead. We're going to increase our chance here. Because I have a statue over there and I'm going to just take it. And hopefully I'll get a good item. Nope. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, at least I have the statue. That's a super waste of a turn. I regret everything. These are the choices you're faced with every single day. We're ever getting ever closer to this very first chaos event. It's not good. We may have to use one of our god beards soon. 2, 1, and 0. Okay. So he's not getting attacked, which is fine. At some point, I need to split up and do things, because if you have your group together, they can never accomplish very much. The problem is right in the beginning, you can't survive even if you don't group together. So this is the challenge. You have to figure out how to get enough independence. Otherwise, very, very quickly. Otherwise, at some point, you become completely incapable of dealing with the chaos. And right now, I'm actually already at a point where I feel incapable of dealing with chaos. Oh, that's not a good one. I think that's out. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I want to tribute. I need the health and not the health, but I need the experience points. Okay, so this gets us closer. But now, this is not the best one for him. He has kind of bad brains. Halibut is the one that needs this, so I'm gonna leave. And then next turn we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so the first layer of chaos is filled in. That means that all the enemy gets more bonus hit points. In the beginning, it doesn't matter too much because they're only getting like 1 extra hit points. But that adds up very quickly if you don't do anything about it. Killing this guy will reduce the chaos level, which is what I'm planning to do right now. But I want to do this first. I'm gonna put 1 point in, I think. Can I do it? No, I can't. Why can't I put 1 point in? Well, doesn't matter. Yay! Did he level up? He did not. But I would like to assault this chaos camp. So to begin, I need to eat my goddamn vegetables. Let's go for it. This is probably gonna suck, but whatever, man. No guts, no glory. Alright. So we've got a firebrand here. That firebrand needs to die extremely quickly. So let's start by heavy thrust. 15 damage, but it's not very... I won't be able to kill him. Okay, let's be conservative. It's 8 damage. That's terrible because it burns. And they're just succeeding on every single roll right now. I feel kind of helpless. So the first one succeeded on all of the rolls, which means that one of my characters is burning. And then the second guy succeeded on all 3 of his rolls, which means that my other guy is bleeding. And I don't have anything to solve any of this problem right now. That's the problem you start with, because you don't have particularly good abilities to begin with. So, tough luck. Okay, so we may be able to. I don't have enough focus, so that's why I don't want to bother with him. Let's pick a different target. Yeah, I know you should be focus targeting, but you can't focus target when you're dead. Okay, so now I am going to focus to make sure I kill him. Because if I am on fire, I am going to be dead. He's dead. Now it's a fair fight. They have not missed a single roll yet. Again, I think this entire game, maybe none of the enemy has missed a roll. Welcome to the world of RNG. I probably should eat one, but I'm not gonna. Oh, you missed one. A miracle has occurred. And he's almost just hitting it. Oh, brother. Okay, got it. We need some medicine. What a terrible roll he's got. Oh my goodness. What's happened to you, man? Did you buddy steal all of your luck? Alright, so this should be enough. Perfect, you're dead. See ya. Can I get to level 1 now, please? 12 gold. Let's let Salmon hang on to it. He's most likely to survive. Strength. Nobody has strength, so this is completely useless. We'll just collect. +2 speed and evasion. Let's give that to Halibut. Because he could use some more evasion. I mean, everybody could use more evasion, but... Oh. +2 awareness. This seems like something that we need. So that's awareness. He uses awareness, so this will boost his awareness up to 80. Yay. Where's the dead person? That person's over there. Okay. Alright. I'm feeling slightly okay. We're going through our life totals very quickly, but that happens. That tends to happen in the beginning of a game. And, you know, it's just a matter of time we restore this. Actually, we restored one already. No, we haven't. We need to. We don't restore until it gets used. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Right now, I'm going to worry about ending this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.